Welcome to Happy Valley, State College, Pennsylvania. The S-Zone, fired up, stands starting to fill, and they are ready to see the Penn State Nittany Lions take the field to kick off this new season. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To throw, it's Shaw. Finds the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose the yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Setting up the screen. At the 40, there he goes. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll go to the ground, fighting off the defender.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Power football with the run. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll give it to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll keep it on the ground. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
Back to throw, it's Shaw. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. In the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense getting set for first down. They'll leave it with him. Runs through a tackle. Finds a little bit of space. Gets 3 to the 22.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off play action. Pocket starts to collapse. It's complete to the left. Turns it on in midfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Jax St. 7, Penn State 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Penn State! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Looking downfield at y'all. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. There's a better play there by the defense.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long, ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
They get him down after he makes a catch.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Give to the running back. Hard running there. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Texas has a lead right now in Austin, but they've been in a dogfight so far and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Utah. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
To the air, it's Shaw. Feeling some heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Runs through the tackle. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Shaw. Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, you hear all the time that a tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? They'll try to run for it. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Casey. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Play number 10 on this series. He's going to pass on second down. Caught over the middle, it's Griffin. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And they'll send out the field goal unit. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. Try to get it on the ground. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
Number 9.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Stands in and takes the hit. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
He finds his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He might have wanted to just let that one go to see if it would go into the end zone, but makes the fair catch at the 5. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
On second down, they'll take to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. The back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And the defensive lineman, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. Leaves it with the back. He breaks a tackle.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
And not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Determined effort to pick up 6 and get it inside the red zone and down to the 16.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking to throw at y'all. Getting some heat. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Here's the handoff. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense when you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Looking to throw on second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Dropping back, it's Shaw. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Jax St. 21, Penn State 10.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Back to pass, it's Shaw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The short hands, it's Griffin. Sweet continues to fight for yards. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand fourth and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
He'll come out throwing on first down. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Taking it the other way. At the 30. Inside the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
They'll go for two here and try to climb within a field goal late. He'll set up to throw. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. A fair catch called for and made. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. Still on his feet at the 45. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. He just broke the century mark. 100 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Might as well give it to him again. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do with.
Dropping back, it's all. A shot toward the end zone. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Akron has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 25 to Notre Dame. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
The run from the shotgun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on this.
Looking for the end zone. And the ball is picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his...
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Gomez. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Direct snap. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They want to run it left here. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beaten. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback.
Makes the catch on the left. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Makes his connection. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And he's done it for a touchdown in the final minute. We're a 2-point conversion away from a tie.
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment, late in the 4th quarter, when you need the 2-point conversion?
They'll go to the air. Trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll run the toss. Quick spin on the run. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.